PIC Northwest are proud to present this Grade 2 central development situated in the town centre of Oldham. The original Oldham County Court, which opened in 1894, the building has undergone various uses throughout the years, with a cafe, a Christian bookstore and a children's club, to name just a few. Now, with the departure of the cafe, PIC has spotted an excellent development opportunity to provide high-quality, contemporary apartments in an area that is seeing growth and has big plans for investment down the line.
This is Church Lane in Oldham. We've just recently got the keys for this project, so we're very in the early stages of starting the work. Obviously, because it's a heritage one, we're trying to keep the key features of the building in place, so we're not trying to knock down as many walls. Like normally we'd come in and knock every wall down and try and maximise the space, but I mean, these rooms that we've got at the minute are really big rooms, as you can see.
Originally built in 1894, its original purpose was to be Oldham Crown Court, so it is known as the legal centre of Oldham for years. Because of this, it's got Grade 2 listed status, which basically means we have to work very closely with the heritage officer. So as we're doing the rip out, he comes around with us and basically tells us what we can keep and what we can get rid of. The stained windows out front, detailed architraves, the large ceiling in the hall and the historic balustrades on the staircase.
With an emphasis to diversify its town centre offer through improved transport connectivity, more office and expansion spaces and a 65-hectare urban park, Oldham has plans to be the greenest borough within the Greater Manchester region. These improvements are a desire from the council to follow a similar pattern seen elsewhere in Manchester and the surrounding area, and strives to attract more working professionals as central Manchester becomes more and more expensive.
Day-to-day responsibilities for myself is generally just looking after a whole site. This includes things like the logistical challenges, so getting materials to site, ordering materials, agreeing costs, managing the costs, hiring subcontractors, the general welfare of everyone on site, and also heavily involved with the health and safety aspects. My role on this project at Church Lane will predominantly be overseeing the structural elements of the works, basically the steel work aspect and any knock-throughs or alterations we need to do, dealing with the structural engineer daily, making sure everything's going to plan, and then obviously working on from that I will then start overseeing the first fix joinery, plumbing, electrical side of things. And also, if anyone's got any questions from outside, any of the local community, if they've got any questions, I'm always to hand to give them an answer.
After successfully achieving planning permission for 15 apartments comprising studios, 1-beds and 2-bed apartments, PIC will be working closely with their sister company, PJ Building and Developments, to bring these plans into fruition. Works to begin with will entail numerous surveys to ensure health and safety guidelines are met, alongside adhering to heritage requirements to ensure historical architectural features are kept intact both during and after the refurbishment. From there, rip-out can commence, whilst structural surveys will be taking place simultaneously in preparation for steel installations for the various knock-throughs and mezzanines throughout the building. Whilst making this a more complex development, once completed, our investors will have unique, spacious apartments not seen elsewhere on the market, making these desirable homes for prospective renters or buyers.
So the exterior of the building, it's a red brick building which is common amongst Oldham Town Centre. This would be to do with the nearby quarries. You'll notice there's actually a cobble road outside which would have been built in the late 1800s. I believe it was by Richard Leese, and it cost him, I think it was only £20 to cobble the whole thing. Originally, the roof of this property was constructed out of Welsh slate. As time's gone on, obviously this slate's weathered, but it's nice to see now we've took possession of the building that the previous owners have made an attempt to match the slate as best as they can, and the roof's actually in really good conditions for our operations going forward.
I'm really excited personally to start this job because I know how much it means to the community of Oldham, and obviously our clients, that they want to see that we're doing this job justice how it should be. With the plans that we've got in place for this job, it's really going to be a good job when it's done.